So this is a full grapevine shape. Again, I have found at places like check out for DecoExchange, Craft Outlet, you know, all those great places. Online retailers, you don't find these in the stores. But this is a lemon with green, okay? And then we have our lemon patterns with the ribbons. I have a chevron. I have this green plaid, and then I've got 2 1.5-inch ribbons. So we're going to use a little less ribbon on this, but a little bit more florals, okay? So, like I did last time, first thing I'm going to do is make a bow. Oh, I'm going to change your mind on the bees. And I don't mind bee decor, but bees in real life scare the shit out of me. I'm terrified of bees. I don't think I've ever been stung. My daughter got stung when she was little. She was at a birthday party and it went down her shirt and it stung her on her little boobie. Boobie. We always joke about that now. Not funny then. Oh my gosh. It was terrifying. Okay, so we have our little lemons up here. So I'm going to try to maybe put some stuff over here because I don't want to cover the leaves, okay? So if I kind of maybe start trying to put it over here on this side, and then you kind of see this poking out from the other side, that'll be good. All right, because I've got to also keep in mind when it's hanging like this, it's kind of on an angle. I don't want to hang too much more on this side, otherwise it's going to go like that. So if I hang some more weighted stuff on this side, it's going to kind of help balance that out a little bit. All right, so we're going to start with, I'm going to start with this one on the bottom. And I do have more of the chevron pattern. This is remnants, right? A little bit I got left from a project, but I do have a little bit more, so I can always fake it and make it look like it's longer than it is just by where I do my cuts and where I put stuff in. So I have dovetailed the end of this. I like to dovetail to start. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to dovetail this and this is at 6.5 inches. Okay, putting it in here. Pinch and twist. Now this one, I'm just going to do a 5.5-inch bow. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here. I've pinched and twisted, so this is the back side of the ribbon. As I bring it around, I'm now looking at the front side of the ribbon, and it looks better. So I'm going to pinch and twist here on the right, so that now I'm looking at the back side over here. Put it in. 5.5. Okay, take it out. Cut this a little past 6.5, because then when I dovetail it, it will hit 6.5. All right. Ooh, scrapey, scrapey, mama no likey. I like that sound. All right. There we go. All right, so then tail down, loop up, tail up, loop it down. All right. Here we go with my next pattern. It was chevron. I wish I'd had a lemon pattern. I have lemon pattern, but it's black and white check. You know what? I think that could work. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm doing it. I'm going to do my black and white check. Why not? It's got lemon. It's got leaves. I'm going to add this one in here too. Not for right now though. I'm going to add this. There's another layer on here. All right. All right. That's hitting at 6. And this one, we'll do this at like 5.25. So it's a hair less than the one before it. Pinch and twist. Woo. All right, bring it around. 5.25-ish. There we go. Trim this off right past 6. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So now you see I'm doing the opposite. So I've got a tail up here, so then I do a loop, and I've got to loop the tail down. Here we go. And it looks like that so far. Okay. Now I'm going to go for my black and white checkered, because I want to. There we go. And this doesn't really use that much on a roll. Okay. This is going to hit at 5.5 for that tail. pinch and twist. The left hand side, bring it over. All right, so kind of let's make this like 5-inch loop. Here we go. 5-inch loop, pinch and twist, bring it over. 5-inch loop, pinch and twisty. Here we go. Now, I've got two options regarding the 1.5 inch. So I've got a beige one. I don't know, now that I've decided to go with the black and white check, I don't know if that's going to be what I want to do. Because, no, I think I'm honestly just going to go with this one as my topper. Okay, just a single 1.5 inch ribbon. All right. And that. All right. I love this one. This is Fancy Penty ribbon. All right. I'll cut that scallop midway through so that it doesn't have weird ends on it. I'm going to start on the left, going to the right. So this tail is going to be at like 5 inches. Okay, and then it's going to come in. We're going to do 4.5 on this loop. Pinch and twist. 4.5. Yep. Just to make sure. Hold them up. Yep. All right. Snippy, snippy. There we go. Tail up, loop down, loop up, tail down. All right. Now we are going to get out zip ties. Get a couple, get a bunch. All right, so I'm going to pick this up. As I pull up from the bottom, I'm also pushing down on the top. Squish it like a sandwich. Squish, squish, squish it like a sandwich. All right, zip tie goes on the back. That's how I'm going to attach it to the grapevine. Go around here. Push it through. Snip, snip, snip. There we go. All right, now let's fluff it. All right. Separating out all our loops and tails. They should all act separately from each other, not stuck together. Down, down, there, 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 there. All right. And there we go. I do have a little something we might decide to put in the middle of this bow later, but we'll see if I can find, if I can look over and find what I did with them. They might be somewhere. We'll see. All right. Clean this up. And then we're going to get our florals on. We're going to, again, work with that same 60919 yellow mixed bush greenery that we were using before. All right, let's bring our little friend back. Got this. Again, here's another piece of 60919. All right, I'm going to take the tag off. So this comes with 3 sections, as we showed before. Okay, 3 sections. I'm going to pull them apart. And then I'm going to fluff them. Air it out. It's like airing out your pits, right? Feels good to get a little bit of air in there, right? Because then it looks, compare that to when it just comes out, right? It covers more surface area, and it just doesn't look like it's choking. All right, I might trim more off of that when we're done, but then I take these long things, which honestly annoy the crap out of me, but I like to pull it and then just wrap my finger around it. All right, I'm gonna do the same with this and this. Let's make some little curls. Oh, that one don't look so good. Hold on. Curl, 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 curl. Curl. Curl, curl. Better. Better. All right. Separate. Lift and separate. All right. I'm kind of going, I might actually come in a little bit. Instead of going on the outside with this, I might come in and do on the inside with this one. Okay. Again, move it down a little bit so we don't want to cover that too much. Yeah, that'd still be good. And actually, I could put this one up a little higher and then just kind of bend it all. Here we go. I'm going to do that. All right. That's how I'm going to do it. So I've got all 3 pieces in there. And how I'm going to do it is kind of like lay them flat, okay? So before I even put it on a grapevine, this one, and I'm going to butt up this one against it, and then I'm going to butt up this, but the L-shaped part, okay? So it's going to be, picture this kind of flat. Now it's going to kind of move it right onto here. Let's see if I can use these teeny tiny ones. I know I'm going to end up making myself mad that I grabbed these instead of the big ones. I'm sure I'm going to make myself mad. All right. Now, the tricky part is trying to get it through the grapevine, trying to find where is there a spot that doesn't have any glue. So I found one, which will help because then this will free up my hands to help look for the other ones when I put additional zip ties in here. You want to put multiple zip ties in here, right? Because we don't want anything slipping out. No, 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 ma'am, no, sir. No slippy dippy going on here. All right. I think I can get this one through the actual grapevine part. Let me see. Nope, that came out the back. That ain't working. Here we go. Here comes another one in here. All right, that one's good. I'm going to try to go and add one a little bit more higher up here, just to give this some extra stability. All right. Aren't zip ties wonderful? They can be used for so much more than just subduing your intruder. I watch too many crime shows. All right, here we go. I'm going to bend this one this way because we want it to kind of go around and fill it out. All right, so we're not going to put the bow on yet, but this is cutting as how it's going to go. Okay, but we're going to look at florals now. I have these beautiful pale yellow roses. They're the same kind of yellow tone as on our thing. So I'm going to snip some of these off. I'm not going to use a lot. All right. A couple more of my skinny little zip ties. I want to put some of these zip ties through and just have them through, but not actually attach them. Just so that, because the more florals I try to get in here, you know, the more dense it's all going to get. So it'll be a little harder for me to try to get stuff through there. So what I can do, though, is take the path I've already taken with one of the previous zip ties and just kind of like almost slip it underneath there. There it goes. All right. So I'm going to throw some of these in here. I like to use as many of the leaves as I can, so push the leaves up before you snip them off. That just helps fill everything out. Now, I believe these florals came from Craft Outlet. No, I'm sorry. No, these came from Hobby Lobby. It was $10.99 sticker price. Hobby Lobby. W0673390. Here we go. All right. I'm starting to kind of lay out how I feel like I want these. I don't need too many, just like a couple, like maybe 3 on the top, kind of coming around. So I'm not gonna pull it tight. I'm just gonna loop that zip tie so that they kind of stay put. But they're not secure. They're just kind of gently sitting in there. Okay. That would look pretty. I feel like I need one more. Pushing that up, pushing that up. Yeah, because I can kind of pull this. All right, so I'm going to pull this one nice and tight. Pulling it tight, and then there's another one that's down here. Push these leaves up. And this one, and on this one, so that I can get to my zip tie that is right down here. Tiny, tiny little guy. Come on. Come on, teeny tiny man. There you go. Okay. They're on there good. So now I'm going to kind of bend them up a little bit. I don't want everything to lay flat. I want it to kind of come up and have a little bit of life to it, right? But because these are very thin stems, I am going to go in now and we're going to hit this with some glue. Okay? Hitting it with some glue so that the stems stay where I want them to stay. Making sure I'm not really in danger of getting anything. Even if I got it on the fabric, you're not going to see it. It'll be fine. I see the end of one stem that I can snip. There we go. But now, he's the one I'm worried about, so I'm going to go add extra glue down there so he don't go anywhere. All right. All right, I'm going to let that sit for just a moment. I could put in some of these as well, but I kind of decided against it because they're a very different shade of yellow. So I'm going to go just with this lighter, again, because I don't want to put too much in, and then the cost goes up. So I'm trying to keep this slightly less expensive, right? Because, you know, we're saving everything we can these days. The economy is, it is what it is. So we're going to make the best of it. Dry, baby, dry. I could go mess around and try to get it in there, but I know if I do, I'm going to stick my knuckle in that hot glue and I'm going to burn myself. And then I'm going to say some words that I'll regret. Not new words for anybody, but just words I'll regret. All right, so let me check in on everybody. How's everybody doing? Kay, Miss Kay. Hello, Dewey. Hello. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, I should have been going live a lot more often lately. There's so many products that I have spent tons of time listing and kits putting together, and it's been kind of crazy. But that's okay. It's okay. It's been fun. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my bow. And this checkered, it doesn't really have, I mean, there's a little bit of an up and down, but it doesn't really, it's not one that's glaringly up and down. So I'm not going to twist any loops. I'm going to leave it as it is. But I'm going to make sure I put it on the right way, which is this way. So I've got this zip tie attached here. I'm going to loop this sticky side. I'm going to put it from here coming toward me. And on this one, I used the big zip tie because I do not want to have to wrestle with trying to get it through if it don't want to go. Which it don't want to go. All right. It's coming through. Going around here. There you we go. All right, now I'm just attaching the zip tie. Trying to pull it toward me and pull the bow down as much as I can. All right, now I'm going to tug as hard as I can. There we go. That is on there tight. This bow is going nowhere. Would stand up to hurricane force winds. Alrighty. This is looking cute. But there's one thing I want to go check, guys. Hold on. Stay there. Stay there. I was hoping to find... I have a secret stash of little lemons in a thing. Here it is. I've got it. And I've got a little baby lemon. It's so cute. All right. I have this. Uh-oh, I dropped it. This teeny tiny little baby lemon. And we are going to glue this cutie right in the middle of the bow. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back of the lemon. I'm going to put it right in here. All right. It's what I call a sweet center. I love to have bows with a little sweet surprise center. Because it's cute. It reminds me of a Tootsie Pop. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? A lot. All right. I don't want to pick that up yet. I'm going to let that glue harden. But so let's walk through again what we did today with this grapevine. We have a shaped grapevine. This shape, you can get these from places like SweetAriaDecor.com. I'm going to list a couple of these today if I can. Also check out Craft Outlet. I have to research how much the shipping cost is on these and the box size, which is why I haven't listed them yet, but they will be out there soon. I bought a lot at the Craig Bachman warehouse sale. So, all right, I think we're ready to hold it up. Here is our lemon-shaped grapevine. I'm going to hold it up. Let's see how it balances. Perfect balance. Look at that. Look at that. Excellent. All right, so we used this grapevine shape. We used one stem of 60919 in yellow. We used 6 roses that came from a bush from Hobby Lobby. And we used this assortment of various ribbons you can find from basically anywhere. Lots of places have ribbon in lemon theme. But this fancy panty ribbon, I would suggest DecoExchange or Craft Outlet. We love our fancy panty. All right, I'm going to list this for sale at SweetAriaDecor.com. You can find it there. I'm going to back up this video to my YouTube channel, so any previous recordings, they get deleted off Facebook after 30 days. So I'm going to back up everything to my YouTube channel at SweetAriaDecor. All right, going to have that there. And if you're a wreath maker, go check out makeawreathkit.com. Lots of kits available, including lemon kits. I got I think 3 or 4 different lemon kits. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys. And have a fantastic week. Mwah. Bye, sweeties.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. You can follow me on social media and shop my items at SweetAriaDecor.com.